What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. It's Thursday. Ooh. One more day closer to Friday. You guys know I love me Fridays. I got some exciting news to share with you guys. I don't want to jinx it, though. Yesterday, I interviewed an HVAC technician for a position here, a new position here at Pipe Doctor Home Services. I gave him my 30-question assessment exam. You know, it lets me see the strengths and weaknesses of the candidate that I'm interviewing. And I got to tell you, the first 15 questions, he only got 2 wrong, and not too shabby. And he said he knew nothing about, heating systems like residential gas boilers, but out of 10 questions, he got 8 of them correct. So he is starting in 2 weeks from today, God willing. Mirz Hashem. We have some exciting plans with the mobile display unit. Oh man, I can't wait to share that with you guys. But most importantly, folks, we're still sitting on about, I would say maybe about 12 or 13 posters. The Mikey Pipes version 2.0 posters, where 100% of the proceeds from the sale of these posters go to my nonprofit organization, where we provide free or low-cost plumbing, heating, cooling services to those in the community who can't afford to hire a professional. I'll autograph it. It's individually numbered when we put a message on it for you. Details in the description box down below. You can only get it directly from me. Zelle, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. You want me to send a check in the mail, cash in the mail, gold bullion, bearer bonds, loose change, coins. I don't care. I take all precious metals, palladium, platinum. You name it, I'll take it. Yesterday we did create a new column on our board. I need to track the ones that are lost and who lost them. James lost one yesterday. So we went down from 336 active maintenance agreements to 335. We went from 16.8% to our goal to 16.75. A little disappointing. But today, we're going to scoop one up. I'm pretty positive. Today, we are... Oh, Daniel loaded it up already? Okay. Today, we're loading up a 3-ton Mikey Pipes powered by ACiQ. Just like this. This is the 18,000. We're putting in the 36,000 BTU system on the Mikey Pipes Pipe Doctor YouTube channel. It's going to be awesome. The guy got financing, 18 months interest-free financing. He asked for 12. I gave him 18. It actually cost me more money as a dealer rate. Or whatever. It's all good. Let me have some espresso, and I'll catch you in a couple. But first, let me share some of this with you guys. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. We got some packages in the mail today. I was going to work on the zone valve wiring lab here at the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy HVAC Training Center, but we got a special package that came in the mail today. And for the 4th time, the Queens weekly newspaper, I think it's called the Queens Courier, if I'm not mistaken. We've been voted for 2026 by their, readers and subscribers, the best HVAC specialist category and the best plumbing company category in Queens. But I think that's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool, right? So we're going to go hang this on the wall. Let's go find a place for it. Oh, nice home. Right, so on our wall, we have the YouTube letter. We have the best of 2025. Maybe I should put it right there next to it. Right, 2025. It looks like a carbon copy, except it's not 2025, it's 2026. Maybe we'll reserve this wall for the Long Island Herald and this wall for the Queens Courier. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yep. You're very welcome.
PSEG be creeping by my office. You saw that, right? They be creeping. Yeah, let's see what they're gonna. I was gonna put the 2026 over here because there's only one award here, but I figured we'll use this wall for the Queens awards that we get, and this wall for the Long Island Nassau Herald awards that we get, which also incorporates that wall. Oh, you almost got a peek of Barbara. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna keep you in suspense. So we started in 2013 with the Best of Long Island for the Long Island Press, and then 14. And then we have 2023, we got the Best Commercial Refrigeration Company, and we don't really do that much commercial refrigeration. And then we have the Long Island Herald. So we have, this is 2022, 2023, 2024, 2023, 2024. This is the best air conditioning HVAC, and this is the best plumbing. And over here is 2025, 2026, and then 2025 Best Plumbing Company on Long Island. Now let's take a peek and see where that PSEG Long Island guy went. There he is. Look at him. There he is. They're creeping. Let's see what they're going to try to do. Don't they know there's an active lawsuit I have against them? They're creeping. Right there. They're doing circles. They best not mess with me. He's looking for a spot. That's what he's doing. He's looking for a spot at the park. And this guy is blocking the driveway. Fun. This is your first time watching my Uncensored channel. Let me give you a little bit of info. In March 2026, last month, it was April 22nd now, PSEG came here and killed our power. They turned off the power at the pole, and we had no power to this building for 8 days because of a billing dispute. They claimed we owed $23,600 and change dollars, and that's the wrong number. And I was forced to pay them that amount of money in order to turn back power and not continually bleed money or lose money by having no electricity at our warehouse and building. And I filed complaints and also filed a lawsuit in New York State Supreme Court, Nassau County. So right now we have pending litigation. We have open litigation, me and Pipe Doctor Home Services versus PSEG Long Island. And we're suing them for damages that are exceeding $50,000. I have a demand letter out to settle this for $250,000, which is quite reasonable based on their gross negligence. And as we deal with them and the nonsense about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I get another bill from them after paying them $23,000 and change for $3,000 for an estimated bill because they said we used $3,000 worth of electricity in the month of March for 10 days. Yeah. So we're going to see what transpires here today, but quite an interesting story. Right now, we're in litigation. I'm the plaintiff, they're the defendant, and there's a PSEG truck across the street. This is gonna be fun. And full disclosure, here is electric consumption since they installed yet another meter. This is the third meter. So Mondays we usually use around 9 or 10 kilowatts. Tuesday the same. See? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're out of here a little bit earlier. Saturday, that's probably primarily from Daniel's e-sprinter. Here's a Sunday, right? Monday, 10, almost 9, 9.3, 9.3, 9.24. Saturday, 2.65. Sunday, 1. Here's this past Monday, 9.09 and 9.16. And so far today, we're using 1.54. Seriously, right? This is insane. And full disclosure, we'll go to the account just to show you I'm not bullshitting. There it is, right? So they're saying that they billed us $4,000, right, in March and April when the bill is normally $704, 701, 656, 540, and a good 200 of that are late fees based on that kind of billing. See that? $10,000, $6,000, right?
and it's just insane. They are literally out of their rocker. See, there's the history right here. They have lost their minds, and yeah, I'm had enough. So it is what it is. Full disclosure, there it is. On the 24th of March, I made a cash payment of $23,000 and $861.08 in singles, dollar bills. Yep. And then, not even a week later, I made another $705 payment because I wanted to be at zero, right? And then, I guess there's an adjustment here, right? $5.28. And now look, a bill, $3,300. And I was like, this is insane. I'm going to give you $700, which is what I did. And now they're billing us again, $672, right? This is insane. When the bill is normally between high threes to $700 at most. They are smoking crack.
Pretty sure that's the PSEG guy behind the other building. Yeah, it's kind of weird because he went through the gate. Very, very weird. I don't know what he was looking for. But when I see a PSEG pull up in front of my spot, you know what? I get nervous. I don't want to kill my power again. They already bled me dry with their astronomical billing.
So fortunately, I guess for all parties involved, they were not here, PSEG, for my building. They were here for the building next door. But when he went by twice. I saw him eyeballing the building. I'm like, what you looking at? You want to get your shit pushed back? He doesn't know. I learned from the school of hard knocks. I will mess you up, boy. It's funny how, actually it's not even funny. It's kind of like, it's like, I guess almost disrespectful. How they were served, wow, 2 weeks ago, and zero response from this mega conglomerate, PSEG Long Island LLC. I spoke to a couple different attorneys, and I know I'm not looking to get like, eventually someone's going to tell me what I want to hear. No, just general advice in passing. A client that we did a system for last week is actually a commercial litigator, and he brought it up, and he's like, listen, don't wait for 20 days, but send them a demand letter like you're doing, and then you got to give them like a solid like 5-6 weeks. And at that point, then you go in there and you file for default judgment, and then you'll get a default judgment. And I was like, but then they'll fight it because now you're gonna go after the assets and attach your judgment to their assets in the bank, and it's not so simple. So when it comes to that, if you want some help, I was like, yeah, okay, cool. But 2 weeks, zero communication from PSEG. My bill is still what it is. There's been no reaccounting. There's been no one being held accountable. Yet they keep giving me bills, and I am just going to be paying $700 total. Every time I get a bill, once a month. And they've been sending me bills every other week, and I'm like, I'm not sending you $700 every time you send me a bill. Out of here, man. What's wrong with you? But the meter, I didn't check it in the last week and a half since they replaced it, but it is logging in real time online on the dashboard, and it appears to be okay numbers. So I don't know why this is like this, but there's no one tapping illegally off my building, at least not that I'm aware of. There's no wires going anywhere from my building somewhere else. I have no exception of the front outlet in the front. There's only one 110 volt outlet in the front of the building that's, I guess, accessible to the public. I guess if you were desperate and you needed to plug in your charger and charge your phone or tablet or run your computer off there, you could do that. But what are you gonna do? Plug in a laser cutting machine, a 3-phase laser cutting machine? No, it's not gonna happen. It's a great day today. We're gonna put in that 36,000 BTU private label system. I trust
that we'll get back to 336 today, or maybe even 337. I would like to be at 340 by the end of the week. It's Thursday, so we have today and we have tomorrow. It can happen. You know, last week we only got one each. Sorry, last week James had, I think James did 5 last week. Let me take, I'm pretty sure he did 5 last week. Let's see what that is. Let me log back into House Call Pro. Let's do last week. I'm pretty sure he had 5. Last week? Yeah, he had 5. He had 5. I had 10. And our former office manager had 1. Only 1. She was fired last week on Thursday. No longer here. And now we have amazing Barbara, who's got plenty of experience what she's doing now, working for a larger company. She wanted something a little closer to home, and we are so happy to have her on board here. Very, very promising. Today will be her 3rd day. She started, I think, on Tuesday. Yeah, started Tuesday. My wife Jennifer, trained her, but you got the experience, just, learning how the services that we provide and the areas that we service and our rates and qualifying the caller. If they're a new client, new caller. So it's not, it's, you need to have person skills, and you need to be somewhat, smart. And Barbara's very, very, very smart, very, very qualified for the job. And I'm happy she's on board. And I think that this is the one that, good things come to those who wait. Just like the person I interviewed yesterday, literally lives down the block. And I was going to give you an example. This is not a stupid exam. It's just a regular thing, like blower runs continuously after the thermostat is satisfied. Multiple choice. Is it low refrigerant, dirty filter, stuck fan relay, or bad flame sensor? Guys who know, right? Ones he got wrong, 2 of them. Restricted airflow causes higher suction, coil freezing, higher efficiency, higher airflow. He got higher suction, but the correct answer is coil freezing. And here's another one. High subcooling indicates low charge, overcharge, airflow restriction, bad blower. Clogged condensate drain causes leaks or buildup of water in drain pan. That's what it was, a write-in question, so you got that one right. Not too shabby. So I do have these assessment exams that I give to candidates for positions here. I have one for plumbing and one for HVAC. So I'm very excited. He's giving 2 weeks notice, and he will be starting in 2 weeks from today. Good stuff. All right, folks, have a blessed day. I'll catch you in the next one. Be well. God bless. Stay safe.